Hey, True Seekers, welcome back. Zach here. Let's quickly review what happened Thursday Night Football, September 8th, 2016, the very first game of the new NFL season. And then let's preview tonight's primetime game, Sunday Night Football, Patriots traveling to Arizona. So, if you missed my preview video, I said the Broncos should win in the scripted game that's a tribute to last year's Super Bowl 50. And I talked specifically in that game about the number 41. The word Super Bowl equals 41. This year, the season began with a rematch of last year's Super Bowl where the Broncos also defeated the Panthers. I also talked about how the night was scripted for the new starting quarterback for the Broncos, Trevor Siemian, who wears the number 13. The number 41's the 13th prime number. Prime number relationships, very important in rig sports. So, final score 20-21. It ended with a missed 50-yard field goal by the Carolina Panthers that could have won the game. Think about the fact that it was a 50-yarder, and last year these were the teams that met in Super Bowl 50. As I continue to expose, sports are rigged to the point, to the stat line, to the hash mark. I have shown this so many times how major plays in NFL history start at the appropriate hash mark, the appropriate field goal length. This is truly how scripted the leagues are. And for all of you who think this is impossible, you're not really thinking. We're talking about pros, we're talking about scripted games. It's not hard to get the ball to the right hash mark. There's a lot more impressive things in the world. A lot of you are just in denial, and I'm trying to help you come out of it. The word Super Bowl also has a gematria 50. Last year was Super Bowl 50. The golden anniversary played between these teams ends with a score of 41 points, a kick from the 50-yard line. Here's the kick right here. Remember, San Francisco equals 50, hosting Super Bowl 50. The San Francisco 49ers once 5-0 in Super Bowls. Something else I routinely talk about are the QB stat lines and how often the number of attempts syncs up with something of significance in the game. In the preview video, I showed that the date of September 8th, 2016 was a date with 26 numerology and 33 numerology, two very specific numbers to the shape of the football, the mandorla, the vesica piscis, the same shape that a football is. Cam Newton with 33 attempts, Denver starter with 26. Not a coincidence. Scripted to the point, to the stat line, to the hash mark. You pay attention, you will see that I am not mistaken. Here's the date numerology. Here's after the game. And it was a violent game for Cam Newton. I just saw a little bit of the game. It was my mom's birthday. I was celebrating with her. The game was playing silently in the room. I looked up. Cam Newton really was getting slaughtered. And the reason they allowed that to happen is because that's what people watch for. People watch these games for the violence, for the excitement. It's a lot like a movie. It's scripted. It's predetermined. It's exciting. Again, here's Trevor Siemian, the winner, number 13, 41, the 13th prime. His full name in gematria sums to 89, just like how the date September 8th is written in most parts, 8/9. The name Trevor alone in simple English gematria is 98, the way we write September 8th in this country, 9/8. The Broncos took their first lead in the game with the score of 21-17, a sum of 38 points. Again, Colorado's the 38th state. Colorado equals 38, so does Panthers. Last year, the team from Colorado defeated the Panthers in or on February 7th, the 38th day of the year. And with regards to 38, the word gold equals 38. It was the golden anniversary hosted by the 49ers, named after the gold rush. None of this coincidence. So now let's look at the parallel to the next primetime game. You know, that's the first primetime game, the kickoff. The next one is tonight, Sunday Night Football. Look at what this matchup is. Patriots versus Cardinals. And if you remember, those were the runners-up in each conference last year. The Patriots lost in the AFC Championship, the Cardinals in the NFC Championship. And what's interesting about the Cardinals and the Panthers, as I pointed out last year, is the Cardinals are originally from Chicago, the birthplace of football. The Panthers were coached by Ron Rivera that played for the last Bears team to win a Super Bowl, the 85-86 season. National Football League equals 85. Bears haven't won since the 85 season, the Chicago team where the NFL was born. In the movie Jerry Maguire, the character Rod Tidwell for the Cardinals wears the number 85. The name Tidwell equals 85. That movie ends with a Black Panther tribute. Last year we had the Black Panthers versus the White Broncos a week after the new O.J. Simpson show comes out, where it starts with the White Bronco chase and stars Cuba Gooding Jr., who was also in Jerry Maguire. And none of this is coincidence. It's because the same gang that owns your sports leagues, owns your movies, and owns your entertainment, owns your government, it is the Freemasons, the Zionist Jews, running the show in this world. So here we have the runners-up in the second game. This was the over-under from when I wrote this article. The line right now, as of this moment, is -9.5 for the Cardinals, and the over-under is right at 44. I'll just show you this. The over-under has changed since I wrote this. Here it is, the up-to-date. So the spread has gone more in the favor of the Cardinals. That's because there's even more injuries for the Patriots, plus Tom Brady suspended. As for the over-under being at 44, Arizona in gematria is one of two states that sum to 84. Special number to this nation, United States of America also equals 84. NFL, America's game. The word America alone is 32. NFL's 32, 32 teams. Anyhow, the divisors of the number 44 sum to 84. There's a relationship between 44 and 84. This might very well be hinting that the Cardinals are to win tonight. However, I will not be surprised if there is an upset, and I'm going to show you why. An upset would be the Patriots winning on the road against the Cardinals. Check this out. This is why this game is set up the way it is tonight. This is very fascinating. Please pay attention. Jimmy Garoppolo, Tom Brady's backup, is getting his first career start tonight on September 11th. And there was no bigger beneficiary from September 11th than the New England Patriots and Tom Brady. September 11th, 2001, the attack happened. Then came the Patriot Act, which turned this nation into a greater spy state. Then came the emergence of Tom Brady and the Patriots, who went on to win the Super Bowl. Tom Brady got his first start January 19th, 119. In most parts of the world, the date 9/11 is written 11/9, also like 119. That was 131 days after September 11th. The word Super Bowl equals 131, championship 131. Tom Brady would go on to win the Super Bowl by the numbers. I want you to notice that September 11th equals 77. So does the name Jimmy Garoppolo. And now here's the man to replace Tom Brady getting his first start on a very appropriate day. There's a whole lot more to this. Please pay attention. The name Garoppolo in gematria sums to 52, the number of prophecy. This year, the Super Bowl will be on 5/2 in Houston. From today's game, his first start, to his upcoming birthday is 52 days. He's going to be turning 25 years old, the reflection of 52. Again, this NFL season's the 97th. 97 is the 25th prime number. I just talked about this with Trevor Siemian in his first start where he upset the Panthers. The spread wasn't as big. It was 3 for the Panthers. But I said, expect the Broncos to upset the spread, upset the Panthers. It happened. I will not be surprised at all tonight if Garoppolo and Bill Belichick do the same thing. But this is a bigger leap, something to understand. With regards to his birthday of November 2nd, 11/2, that's a lot like the number 112. Houston equals 112. Houston's hosting the upcoming Super Bowl on 5/2, February 5th. His birthday, a big tribute. Today starts 911. Houston equals 112. If you punch 112 in your dialing phone, you're going to be connected to 911. 112 is the alt dialing code for 911. International 112, a common emergency dialing code. Turkey, that's the code. They had their big tragedy on January 12th this year. All the ambulance with 112 driving around. A lot like 911, September 11th in here. When the over-under was at 45.5, I documented that New England equals 45 and so does Cardinals. It's now changed to 44, which connects more to Arizona. As of before today's game, these two teams in the history of their franchises have played 13 times, going back to the time that they were the Boston Patriots before the New England Patriots. Today will be their 13th game. And the time of the Arizona Cardinals, since their name's in Arizona Cardinals, see how it was St. Louis Cardinals, Phoenix Cardinals, and the time they've been the Arizona Cardinals, the Patriots have won 4 times and lost once. 4-1. A lot like the Broncos versus the Panthers, and now here we are with the next primetime game. If the Patriots upset the Cardinals tonight, it's going to be 5-1 in the time of the Arizona Cardinals, just like the Broncos are now 5-1 against the Panthers in the season of Super Bowl 51. Remember, Houston Texans equals 51, conspiracy 51. So Tom Brady, he's suspended tonight because of the Deflategate stuff still ongoing. He just recently turned 39 years old. Remember, he's born August 3rd. Peyton Manning's born on the 83rd day of the year. The word football equals 83. From his birthday to today's game is 39 days. 39, very special number to New York. New York equals 39. NY is 39. New York State of Establishment has 39 numerology. Madison Square Garden equals 39 MSG. The name Madison alone is 39. The United Nations in New York's 39 floors tall. It's the anniversary of September 11th, where the majority of the tragedy happened in New York. The only team to beat Tom Brady and Belichick in Super Bowls, the team from New York. Anyhow, today, from his birthday to today is 39 days, from his 39th birthday. How fitting on September 11th. Tom Brady, the biggest beneficiary in the NFL of September 11th in the rigged NFL by the numbers. Arizona is the only other state in the United States besides New York that equals 39, where tonight's game is. The Patriots lost to the Giants in Arizona. They also lost to the Giants in Indianapolis, where Eli's brother played on a date with 39 numerology. As I've said many times before in many Sunday night videos that I've done in the past, 39 always a big number for Sunday night football. SNF also equals 39. Jimmy Garoppolo getting his first start wears number 10, 1039. This year the New York Giants had the 10th pick, drafted Eli Apple, Eli Manning, Big Apple. Jokes by the numbers. Goes to show you how long he knew his career was planned out in advance. Plus, a month before the draft, I predicted Eli Apple would go to the Giants at 10. He changed his name at Ohio State. I guarantee you when he made that name change, he knew what his future was. And as I always say, the NCAA, rigged just like the NFL, the NCAA is the trial ground, the training ground for the professional career to come. So in addition to Tom Brady being out, so is the star tight end Rob Gronkowski. His full name in gematria sums to 112, just like Houston. Plus, Rob Gronkowski played his college ball at Arizona. He'd be in his home state playing. Instead, they have him sitting out, and I bet you he's sitting out with a fake injury. Excuse me, Truth Seeker. Got the allergies going today because I was doing some yard work, mowing the lawn. If the Patriots do fall tonight, because there's too many people short, whatever they're going to make the narrative, realize that they'll be 8-6 all time. It's their 14th game. If they lose tonight, the Cardinals will be 8 wins, 6 losses against the Patriots all time. Right now, they lead the series 7-6 all time. Surprising, right, that the Cardinals are ahead of the Patriots? But remember, the Patriots were a nobody team for most years in football. Not until after September 11th and the Patriot Act. Then all of a sudden, they're the greatest football team ever. Before that, they'd only been to one Super Bowl against the Bears, where they lost 46-10 against the revolutionary 4-6 defense. Chicago equals 46. It's always by the numbers. Anyhow, if they lose to the Cardinals, the Cardinals record will be 8-6 against them. Deflategate equals 86. Deflategate the small way also sums to 41, like Super Bowl. It was the story the week before Super Bowl 49. Something interesting about Jimmy Garoppolo's stats, I notice he comes into tonight's game with 188 yards passing all time, the number of the Bavarian Illuminati. I just talked about the ritual sacrifice of Blanchard, the former NFL kicker, how his name equaled 188, how he had 188 extra points all time, not by coincidence. Special number to this game. So now let's get to Bill Belichick and why I will not be surprised if the Patriots pull this game out. He's born on April 16th in the year 52. April 16th is the 106th day of the year, the number of prophecy. Prophecy equals 106 the big way, 52 the small way. Notice he was born in Tennessee. Tennessee in gematria sums to 52. We just saw Denny Green, the former Vikings coach, die 52 days before the Vikings opener in Tennessee, which they won today with a combined 41 points. They're going to host Super Bowl 52 in the new Vikings Stadium. Denny Green died the night before that stadium opened, 52 days before the game in Tennessee, when they're going to host Super Bowl 52. For those of you who come to my video and say, I need a list of numbers, just get out a notepad and watch 5 of my videos and watch the numbers I talk about. I talk about the same exact numbers in every video. That's what kind of boggles my mind, how many people come here and say, I don't know what the numbers mean. I mean, just watch my videos. I talk about the same damn numbers in every single video. Anyway, Bill Belichick from Tennessee, from Nashville. Nashville has that 39 gematria. Are we going to get a Music City miracle tonight? I mean, just think about what a joke the NFL is. The Music City miracle. I was a little kid when that happened. How forward was that pass? You have to be blind to not see how forward that was. Maybe that's the reason they brought back review. It's all part of a crap narrative. You don't need review to see a forward pass by more than a yard. I mean, there's NFL referees all over the field. These guys are getting paid big salaries. Everybody saw what a hoax the Music City miracle was. So check this out. Here's Bill Belichick's all-time win record. Currently sitting at 187 wins with the Patriots in the regular season. He could very well get his 188th tonight with Jimmy G coming in with the 188 passing yards in the big upset. They always talk about what a great coach Bill Belichick is. The mastermind, how he overcomes the odds, how he can't be matched. This will feed into that narrative if they win tonight. It will also be his 224th win all time if he wins. The divisors of the number 84, if you take all the numbers that divide into 84, they sum to 224. Again, Arizona equals 84. This would be a big win to start the season in Arizona. The over-unders at 44. Remember, the divisors of 44 sum to 84. This is why, I think there's a narrative here for the Patriots upset. That said, these tributed numbers, they could come next week as well, but tonight just makes the most sense based on it being in Arizona. Week 1, upset primetime, first game of the week. Could it happen again in the second, where again these games are related? The first game Thursday night was the Super Bowl repeat. Tonight's game, the runner-up. What almost could have been the Super Bowl. Here's that gematria of Arizona and United States of America. Here's those divisors. Divisors of 84 sum to 224. The name Bill Belichick also sums to 97. This is the 97th season of the NFL. You might have noticed, even hardly watching the game, when I kept looking up at the screen, they kept showing the banner of the Broncos' success in 1997 all night throughout that game. They kept going to it because every time I'd look up at the TV, it was on the TV again. I said they want everybody to know this is the 97th season of the NFL subtly. They might have brought that up in the commentary where I was. There was no volume on the TV. So now here's Bruce Arians. Bruce Arians started with the Colts as an interim coach, head coach of the Arizona Cardinals. He's playing for his 35th win tonight. He's currently played 48 regular season games, matching his name gematria. 48, the reflection of 84. With regards to his birth numerology, he's born on a date with 84 numerology, corresponding with Arizona, the first team he's ever gotten to be the head coach of, and he's brought a lot of success there since he came. With regards to this being his 49th regular season game, the name Bruce, the big way is 49. Will it be a big night for Bruce? The Patriots won in Super Bowl 49. That game was played in Arizona, where tonight's stadium is. When the Patriots defeated the Seahawks in that Super Bowl, Seahawks are from Washington. Washington equals 49. Washington's also the 42nd state. Tom Brady became 4-2 in Super Bowls. 21 was a big number on that game. If you write out 21 in gematria, it sums to 42. The game ended with Russell Wilson's 21st pass being intercepted by number 21 on the down 2nd and 1 on the date February 1st, 2/1. Scripted. The Seahawks hadn't run all season on the 1-yard line. They had Marshawn Lynch, most dominant running back in the league at the time in close yardage. And what do? They throw the ball for an interception, right? Too scripted. Just like the end of the 49ers-Ravens Super Bowl. Too scripted. 49ers running for 8 yards a carry all second half, then decide to throw the ball 4 straight times through the back of the end zone. No way. From today's game until Bruce's upcoming birthday is 22 days. The name Bruce the Small Way is 22. this is where I get torn, you know? Could be a big tribute for Bruce tonight, defeating the Super Bowl 49 champions in his stadium, or it could be indicating that Bruce is to be ate up by the Patriots. Reading the games is not an exact science. Seeing how they're scripted is a lot easier, you know? It's definitive that the games are scripted by the numbers. Reading the outcome, it can be a challenge if you don't have enough information. And this type of game is tricky because the Patriots way down in players. Of course, Vegas, you know, everybody expects the Cardinals to win tonight. That's why the spread's growing. But this is how Vegas makes the bank, too. Everyone using logic, thinking that the Patriots are dead meat. Cardinals might very well lose tonight. The last name Arians in Gematria sums 26 and 35. He's also trying to earn his 35th regular season win tonight. Their schedule after tonight's game is fairly easy in the weeks ahead. I think the Cardinals are going to get off to a hot start whether they win or lose tonight. Today's date numerology breaks down to a lot of 11s and 9s, fitting for a September 11th. New England has that gematria of 99, 9 times 11, 99. Here's the players all out for the game. Tom Brady, Rob Gronkowski. Here's who else got added to the list. Nate Solder. Nate Solder wears the number 77. Again, September 11th equals 77. Jimmy Garoppolo, 77. And Jonathan Cooper, the offensive lineman, also out. January 19th birthday, the same day Tom Brady got his first start in history. You see what's going on in the NFL? It's all a joke. I imagine all of these players are fine. The real reason Tom Brady, the Deflategate thing came back up, which has been an entire hoax by the numbers. I have like 10 videos on Deflategate as it's gone on, how it's just a joke headline by the numbers every time. The real reason Tom Brady is not playing tonight is because it's all narrative, and this day is for Jimmy Garoppolo. And people think this guy's going to be a good quarterback. He's played well when he's come in the past. I documented his very first game. His very first game where he got to play was September 29th, 2014. He got a perfect passer rating that night. It was a date with 52 numerology, corresponding with his name, corresponding with the number of prophecy. We'll see. Jimmy G has a chance to make a name for himself and crawl out of the shadow of Tom Brady. And, you know, could happen, just like it just did for Trevor Siemian. All right, Truth Seeker. Actually, before I let you go, I'm going to be putting out a video after all the games are played. We'll do a final review. We'll sum it all up no matter how it plays out. What stands out so far the most today is this Vikings-Titans game again, the one significant to the death of Denny Green. Notice the sum of 41 points. Prince died this year in Minnesota on the 112th day of the year with the Super Bowl upcoming in Houston 112. He died on a date with 41 numerology. I said his death will likely have connections to the Super Bowl. We've since that seen Teddy Bridgewater fake his injury by the numbers in correspondence with Sean Hill. Have multiple videos on this. Look at this. The game summed to 41 points today. It's a big tribute at the very least to Super Bowl 52. Super Bowl again, 41. Sean Hill, the starter today, 41. Hill alone, 41. And Sean Hill's also wearing the number 13. 41, the 13th prime. Don't tell me your NFL isn't rigged, Truth Seeker. Or Truth Denier. If you're a Truth Denier, you need to work on that. Truth Seeker's the way to be. All right, until next time.